Only recently I have started reading books. And you could judge me for my poor desire of reading books, question my intelligence, but the books that I was meant to read at school were just not interesting for me. I was reading them just to pass an essay, and once I had my essays passed, I would forget the authors, the characters, and the morals of the books that I read. Since I learned how to read, it took me 13 years to finally start reading what interests me and retain the knowledge I acquired through the books. Well, I guess it's better late than never. Hello everyone, it's Alex, a young adult and an opportunity seeker. In today's video, I would like to introduce a new kind of videos that I will post on my YouTube channel, which is the learnings I acquire through the books that I read. Let me know in the comments below whether you like this kind of videos or not. Based on the amount of views the video of how to cook cheap and fast gained, which I will link over here, I see that you find it useful and a new recipe is coming soon. Now let's get back to books. The latest book I read was written by Robert Kiyosaki and titled If You Want to Be Rich and Happy, Don't Go to School. And I would like to share my 5 learnings from this book. Note, probably if I would have read this book being older, I would have drawn different conclusions. That being said, my learnings are: becoming a generalist can be converted to a strength. Since my childhood, there have been many moments in my life when I was sad, worried, scared about not being particularly good at anything specific that I would start, learn, or do. I play 5 music instruments, I dance, I play basketball, volleyball, I practice horse riding, skating, skiing, I do street gymnastics and many other activities, but I'm not professional in any of them. When I had to choose my specialization of studies for high school, it was one of the hardest decisions for me and a disaster. I ended up going 1st of September to social economics class and on 2nd of September to linguistics. I'm always jealous when my friends tell me, I know what I want to become. I want to be an artist, I want to be an IT specialist, I want to be a doctor. I don't know what am I naturally good at and what do I want to become. And I was always thinking that it was my weakness. However, recently I started realizing that if I change my mindset, I could convert it to be my strength. Ironically, the effect it has on my friends is the increase in their level of anxiety, because they think that they are good at only one thing, while I am able to do many. Robert Kiyosaki advises to develop a generally applicable set of skills before specializing in a specific one. Don't get me wrong here, being a specialist could be a great strength. Knowing what you're good at could give you the opportunity of developing a clear path to become one of the best practitioners in your specialization and bring value with your highly developed skills to you and other people. The second learning is earn or learn. Being a student, the question earn or learn becomes crucial. Do I only study? Or do I search for a part-time job to become financially independent from my parents or get the real business world experience? What is my priority? The answers to these questions are very subjective and individual, and also they might change depending on the stage of life that you are in. For example, last year I acquired my first working experience and received my first salary. I was jumping in my room trying to touch the ceiling. However, at my workplace, the processes are quite automated, and all the necessary skills, I learned them in 2 months. In short-term perspective, I was doing great. I was receiving money from my workplace and investing it in my trips, which broadened my horizons and gave me an opportunity to meet new people and gain new knowledge. However, this year I started realizing that in long-term perspective, I would need to learn different skills, acquire more knowledge in another field rather than the field I work in now. And yet I have not developed a clear plan on how would I make this perspective work in real life. The first step of changing my view was taken. Robert Kiyosaki stated his perspective. I adopted the belief that knowledge is much more important than money. I knew I would have less money than my friends for a few years, yet I trusted the long term my true wealth, knowledge, would pay off more and forever. Money is evil. I believe that it's a little bit too early for me to form an opinion on this statement. However, from the book and my current learnings on financial literacy that I have recently started, I would say that educating yourself about money is vital, and the correct understanding of it would make it not evil. Financial security. This is another topic that I have not yet fitted in my head, but it was my favorite chapter in the book. Robert Kiyosaki brings the following perspective on security's meaning: working when I want, where I want, and with whom I want. Knowing how to prosper whether the economy is up or down. Being willing to lose everything and knowing I'll be wiser when I get it back. Not having to work at anything I don't want to. Achieving everything I want without damaging myself, my family, the environment, or anyone else. To not worry about money. To get paid to travel and vacation. And fifth learning is everyone is genius. One of the last chapters of the book stated that everyone is genius, meaning that everyone comes to this world with a unique gift that could help people and the planet. The author encourages to take time and discover your gift. These were my 5 learnings from the book If You Want to Get Rich and Happy, Don't Go to School by Robert Kiyosaki. I hope my review would encourage you to think about these 5 perspectives and make your own conclusions, which would guide you as a young adult in finding your priorities and discovering your gift. Comment down below if you already know what is your gift, what are you naturally good at, and if you have any idea on who would you like to become professionally in the nearest future. Thanks for watching, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hope to see you on my next videos.